Hey guys, it's Mike with On Point Preparedness, and I'll tell you what, if you want to see some of the craziest and most brazen Illuminati and satanic symbolism in the Hollywood industry that you've ever seen, you're going to want to stick with me for the next couple minutes, because this is just absolutely nuts. And even if you're not into the whole Illuminati thing, you don't believe in it, or you've never really subscribed to it, I implore you, let me just entertain you for the next couple minutes and see if I can coax you into this. Because it is not just Illuminati that is really signaling an impending collapse. There is and I've referred to it before, a perfect storm of events that is all leading to a very disparative world. If you look at it from the economy, there's definitely warning signs all over the place there's going to be economic collapse. If you look at it from a war cycle perspective, we all know that there's submarines from Russia that were in the Gulf of Mexico, nuclear capable. Their bombers have encroached on our airspace multiple times. We're encroaching on their airspace. The war machine is ramping up and pawns are being put in place. If you look at it from a geological perspective, mass animal die-offs, volcanoes and earthquakes, global cooling, global warming, whatever you want to call it, there are changes in our natural world. There's the biblical area where the Christians and anyone else that is faithful was saying that, these things have been predicted and this is all prophecy. And then you have Illuminati, which is what we're going to dabble in today, and this whole Freemasonry occult. And with the most recent videos that they've been putting out, especially this one, Justin Bieber, Where Are You Now? I think the time is coming close to where they don't even care what they're putting in music videos. They used to be a lot more discreet in the past couple decades, but now it's just like, they're saying, what the F? Let's just put it all out there because the time is nigh. And you're going to see some of that here. It's just ridiculous. So again, I implore you, stick with me for the next couple minutes. So about this video, Where Are You Now? I do suggest after you watch my video, you see Justin's video. And what it's supposed to be is they printed out frame by frame every single frame of this music video and put them all in a studio for the fans to basically scribble on with neon pencils or pens. And they've compiled them into a flip book to where all the different images are on or behind Justin Bieber as he sings this music video. And you can see here, there they all are in the studio, and they're all pretending, or they are, writing on all these murals or walls. And we're supposed to believe that this is purely just the fans writing these messages, and they've compiled them without any influence. But as I'm going to show you in a lot of these clips here, and you need to use a YouTube frame-by-frame app in order to catch all these, because there's about 20 to 25 frames per second, which means there's about 4,000 of these images that compile this video. When you look at it, there are common themes that you cannot deny. This was not random people, Justin Bieber fans, that singularly came up with these themes. It just can't be. I'm sure there's definitely evidence of some fans where their artwork did get in here, but I'm sure the producers or his handlers definitely edited this or added to it or put in their own pictures in order to fulfill an agenda that is communicating with us that there is some end time that is near. So let's look at a couple of the worst of the worst frames that I've found and that other people who follow Illuminati symbolism have found as well. So let's just start off with this one. I mean, you can just see tons of symbolism here. You have the Freemason G symbol. This is on their logo. It's out for everyone to see. You have the all-seeing eye pyramid. You have pentagrams. You have basically the whole world in chains. Do I need to go any further? No. This one's sort of playful at heart. Nothing, too dark about this. But let's go on. Again, another all-seeing eye pyramid. Just putting it out there. Again, another all-seeing eye pyramid, but then it starts to get darker, right? So this is just the all-seeing eye pyramid, which is on our dollar bills. It's in a lot of videos. Jay-Z, Beyonce, they all do the hand signal. This is like play games. But now we actually start to get a little bit darker. And I'll tell you what, there's not very much enlightening or favorable scribbles on this music video. Not a whole lot of his fans are saying, "I love you, Justin Bieber," or all the teeny boppers. It's all very dark again, so it fits in this theme where I don't think it's just random fans. There's definitely some working behind the scenes of this video. So look at this: kill the poor, love the devil back, hand jobs for God. Okay, you can see here, also upside down cross on him. He obviously looks satanic. So maybe you'll say, this is just someone messing around. Maybe it's a Justin Bieber hater. I don't know. Well, let's look at another one. Oh, false god and an upside down cross. Yeah, maybe just two fans of Justin Bieber that just don't like him and just want to have this anti-Christ-like mentality. Sure, yeah, whatever. Next one. Okay, again, upside down cross, and now he's basically completely transformed into some type of satanic beast. Just putting it all out there on the table, not even hiding it. And here you go again, the greatest trick I ever did with the horn beast, along with his buddy Bieber with his horns. Absolutely ridiculous stuff. Jesus saves. Really nothing more than I need to say about this picture. And then, aside from the Satanism and the Illuminati, they also go into some conspiracy things. So here's the U.S. Federal Reserve, and they're stealing our money, which I and many other people have talked about. You could say maybe it's a fan trying to get the truth out, but again, I doubt it. Or, how about this one? Bush did 9/11. Huh. Okay. Oh, and hey, pay attention to this. This U with the two symbols looks like a big smiley face. Keep that in the back of your mind, because I'm going to tell you what that means later in the video. Okay, next image. Here is what is the scariest part of this video. There's 3 images that I want to call your attention to, and this is probably maybe one of the main focal points of this video. We made it. What does that mean? We made it. If you think of it in terms of the Illuminati making a communication to us, it's like they've met their goal. There's no stopping them. That's sort of concerning, because a lot of us think that the time is very close to where it is the end. But one image doesn't make it so let's look a little bit more. If you're reading this, then it's already too late, and his brains are busted out. Okay, again, is this another Justin Bieber hater, or are they just trying to say that we made it and it's already too late, so you guys, all you peons, can't really do anything about this? I don't know. How about one more? And this is probably the creepiest of them all. I'm going to have to maybe zoom in here. Oops, went a little bit too far. "2013 was practice. 2014 was the warm-up. What's 2015 and 2016? Again, personally, with those 3 images, and who knows, there may have been more, they are gearing up for something, especially when you compare this to the economic, the war cycle, the geographic, the Bible prophecy. Things are lining up to be crazy. Absolutely crazy. But let's the show continue. I'm going to diverge from the Justin Bieber video, and I just want to show you a couple other things with this whole Illuminati symbolism and the fact that the time is near. This was, I believe, two years ago, Super Bowl, where Bruno Mars was doing his halftime Super Bowl show. And for those of you that are in tune to Illuminati symbolism, you will remember that a whole bunch of little children got up on the stage and sang the beginning intro of one of Bruno Mars's songs and held hands, and as they raised them up, these red lights turned into a triangle, and right behind them, it was all static, and it turned into the red word prepare. It was very, very disturbing. So, prepare was a lyric in his song. So you may just say, hey, they're just trying to emphasize a song. But them pairing it up with children is something unique. And I want to show you why that's unique. And let's just use this just as one example, because there is a lot of symbolism all throughout movies and Hollywood videos and even these murals. This is at the Denver airport, where there is symbols that are indicating that there is a coming end to the world, and they want to rebirth it in some way, shape, or form that they feel is ideal, and they are targeting the children. So, again, Denver airport murals, you'll see that there's this war cycle, looks like Russian or Nazi, killing the dove of peace, and all these people are basically running and dying with blown up buildings. You can see here in this mural, all the animal life is dead. You have mass animal death in the ocean, on the land. People are dying. And it comes full circle to, oh, look at this. Children. All the world's children are gathered around, holding hands, and they have defeated this so-called evil death. So Bruno Mars, they're all these little children holding hands, in front of this prepare message. You have this Denver mural with all the little children holding hands, and it's a rebirth. What else I got in this slide deck? Oh, I'm not going to get to that yet. Let me show you one more source of this whole rebirth. And again, those of you who follow this sort of stuff will probably remember this video from a couple years back. But I Pet Goat 2. This was a video that was just 7 minutes of very impressive digital art that symbolized everything from Bush to Obama to the World Trade Centers blowing up to nuclear war and stock market crash and everything. If you haven't watched it, you need to look it up and watch it because it'll just freak you out. But again, towards the end of the video, what happens is this child's chains are broken. He nods. He's ready to go. It is all orchestrated by death. This child is rising up from the ashes. And this whole new city is reborn. And the video goes on and on. This is actually the dance of Shiva, the Indian god of destruction. And God, I wish I could go on and on about symbolism here. But they're basically talking about a rebirth as well. And it is all led by a false Christ. And he's the one that tears down the world and ushers in a new world. Again, he has the Illuminati triangle on his forehead too. So, really, really deep stuff. That's just absolutely nuts with this whole rebirth and the fact that we're going through some disparate times in order to get there. And, oh, here. I told you guys to remember that little U symbol. If you have a PC, hold Alt and type 666. Guess what will come up? This symbol is everywhere in this video. Again, they are not hiding it. I started this video by saying that they are absolutely brazen about what they're putting in videos because they do not care. They do not need to hide it like they used to. Now, with that being said, I hope that freaked you out. I hope at very least, if you don't buy into it, you just think that it's amazing this stuff can slip into music videos. But let me just take this one step further. And this is going to be incredibly esoteric or just out of this world. When people first started talking to me about it, I brushed it aside thinking it was crazy talk and I didn't want to believe it. But the more and more I research and the more and more current events that come up, I am starting to find connections that are sort of undeniable. And I don't know if I necessarily 100% believe this. It's more like I'll believe it when I see it. And if I see it, then I basically know the origin and the root, and then everything else will fall into place. And so that's what I am suggesting for you all. I'm not saying believe me right now, but keep it tucked in the back of your head, so if it does happen, you'll have the information in order to understand the situation. But in Justin Bieber's video, and in tons of other videos, again, I said there were common themes. There's the Illuminati all-seeing eye, and then there's aliens everywhere in here, right? Tons of alien symbology. Here's another one where they make Justin Bieber an alien. They got a lot of other frames where there's alien ships, again, beaming people up. Isn't it so interesting that there had to be at least 100 or 200 fans that put alien UFOs in their drawings? I just sort of doubt that. Or even this one, where you have a Baphomet-like person with 666 on his chest and alien destruction or beaming people up. So what does all this mean, right? So here's what I know, or here's what people have told me. If you go back to the story of Adam and Eve, there was an apple, or a symbol of what the apple stood for. And Satan said, bite into this because it is wisdom, it is knowledge. And when Adam and Eve bit into it, they did acquire knowledge. They knew that they were naked, they knew all things about the world, they knew sin. Now, what else do we associate with knowledge? Aliens. Aliens are associated with knowledge. They are the superior intellectual beings. And so, as you think about the Genesis story, and you think about Satan trying to use knowledge and wisdom to coax creation towards him, Aliens has this piece of where they also are enlightened beings, or Satan's fallen race. So, is it the same thing that happened back in creation, where it was these intellectual beings that were trying to coax humanity into their deception? And are we going to see some type of intellectual being come again and try to deceive us? What I've seen thus far is maybe. It sounds really crazy, but maybe, because there's all these things that are sort of lining up. For one, the Pope has said that if aliens came, he would baptize them, or he would teach them God. Go look that up. Another thing is, Bill Clinton was on one of the comedy shows. I forget who the guy was, and the comedian host was just playing with Bill Clinton and asked him, like, have you seen aliens when you were in the White House? And based on Bill Clinton's body language, his jaw was tightening, his hands were white-knuckled, and the video was excellent. I'll need to post the description in the YouTube box. But he was obviously uncomfortable, and it looked like he knew something. Again, very conspiratorial, but again, that's something that I remember and how this plays into it all. But what people think, and there are videos about how this whole alien thing fits into this, is that there's something going to happen. Either it's going to be the threat of an asteroid or threat of some natural event, or basically humanity tears itself apart through wars or nuclear war. And at the point of our utmost destruction, they say that Satan's fallen race, or the aliens, will come and have a paradigm shift for us. People will then start questioning God, or they will say, hey, you know that Earth 2.0 that you found last week? Again, check out the news on that. They said we found a Earth 2.0, 1,400 light years away. Because this planet is doomed for destruction, come with us and we can co-locate you there at this new planet. Again, this false rapture or false deception to basically have humanity go along with the fallen race again. Again, really esoteric, crazy stuff. But, and I can't go into it all right now, all these things are just sort of lining up to be very, very strange. And like I said, I'm not sure I 100% believe this whole alien story, but I'll tell you what, if it ever happens, think back to this video and don't be persuaded into losing your values or believing that humans were created by aliens, like the Scientology or whatnot. I just wanted to throw this in at the last point because I originally wasn't going to cover the whole aliens thing because it's just way, way out there and it just sounds absolutely nuts. But when I was going through all these frames of the Bieber video and there was at least a couple hundred that had this alien theme in it, I was like, I should probably just say a word or two about it. So, anywho, the time is close. Again, the Illuminati and the messages they are putting out here is just one small piece of the puzzle of this perfect storm. Even if you don't believe all this stuff, there's a whole lot of more grounded, materialistic, secular things that are indicating that something's coming. So open your eyes. Don't be afraid to dive into all these different areas of end time prophecy, I guess if you want to call it. And just stay vigilant. This is Mike, On Point Preparedness. Catch you guys later.